Let's take a quick tour of the TaxWise program. I already have it open. This is my screen. Once again, I've got a ton of tax returns in here. Across the top, you'll see the icon for a new tax return. You can open a tax return. These two you do not need because you are not going to submit an e-file, nor are you going to view acknowledgement. You don't care about client letters. You don't care about the return query. I've got a couple settings up here that I guess the rest of this stuff is some stuff that you aren't really going to use. Help button you could use, very useful. I'm just going to open up one of these that I have basically in progress so you can see what they look like once they open. This, whoa, is the inside of the tax return. This is a big screen. Once again, across the top, now I have a save button, and I suggest you save often just in case you lock up or lose your internet connection, because this is actually stored out on the CCH website. You can close your return here. You can print the return. Client letters you are not going to use. Switch to interview. Run diagnostics, I suggest you do that. I mean, if I run my diagnostic now, it tells me where the error is. If I click on it, it takes me directly to that error. I can close that screen down by clicking the button there. This is query. You don't use this stuff much. The help you could use by clicking on that. Over on the left-hand side is a refund monitor. It's telling us what the current status of the Cheryl Behringer return is. Current rate AGI is 0, so I know that W-2s, no information's been entered. Her refund at this point is 0. If I click on status, it'll bring me up a bunch of the diagnostic information within the tax return. She's currently claiming single. Her dependents are 0. Here's her address that's been entered, earned income, AGI, taxable income, all that good stuff. Next, we've got the actual, say, working area here. You're going to be keying in information, and this is how you move between forms. If I click 1040 page 1, it takes me to 1040 page 1. I click 1040 page 2, here's 1040 page 2. Another important feature about the program is anytime you see these little triangles, actually I'll go down here to the W-2s. Line 7, wages, tips. This is where you key in W-2s, but you do not type in the actual information here. Anytime you see a gray triangle, it's going to give you the option of opening another box, whether that be a help box, a toggle box, or this is the box that you're going to want, which is called link to another form. You click that link to another form and it'll take you out. It's showing me the existing forms out there are none. But if I click new, it gives me the options of the forms that I could select to enter data on. I would click W-2, and now I've got her W-2 where I can enter the information. Let me get this thing out of the way. And you can now see there's a W-2 copy. So I could go up here to page 1 of the 1040, or I could come back to that W-2. There's another W-2 out there. So that is some of the basic information. What I will do when I review a tax return, and I suggest you do this too, is this print screen, or actually printer. It'll hang up for a little bit when you hit that, and it'll say printing return, and now your PDF is ready. So if I hit this and say open a new window, ta-da, it kicks up the actual tax return itself, and I can see it in a regular format. And this is how I review your tax returns when you turn them in. And I suggest you do the same because you can see your wages. It's just a lot easier to read in this format. Now if I go back to the actual program itself, I'm going to show you where is that at. When we go to the return status, under return status, it has return stage. This stage, you'll see that there are a couple different choices. The ones that you are going to use are in progress or ready for a review. Those tell me what stage your tax return is at. I have moved this to a ready to review. I close this down, and now I close this tax return, and you'll see that once again, this is my screen. You will not have this many tax returns on your screen, but I can see that this Behringer return is ready for review. That signifies to me that I should go in as the instructor and grade it. In progress tells me that you are working on it, and I am the only one, although you have the ability to do it, I'm the only one that's going to change these to a complete status, because once they're complete, I use this to sort returns that I need to review. So if I hit stages right now, it's going to sort this into AAAs, which are returns that are junk. I shouldn't say that, but these are the returns that are used for preparing either the basic or advanced certifications. But I throw an AAA code on there because whenever I come in here to look at tax returns, I'll click on stage and I'll look for ready for review. And as soon as I see ready for review, I'll go in and take a look at it. But once I review it, if I have review points for you that I want you to clear, because we're going to run this like an actual, say, accounting firm, I'm going to review your tax returns. I'm going to find review points, and then I'm going to email you those review points, and you'll go in and clear those errors, and we'll keep going back and forth until you get the return correct. But I will move it from a ready to review status to this status, and that status then will go out there and it will let you know that I have reviewed it and you need to go in and make corrections. So then when I come into my screen, now these are on top. Next would be ready for review, and then in progress, because as you can see, I've got 10 pages, and this is just from the first semester. So I'm going to be up in the 20s and 30s here very, very quickly. And this is the only way that I'm going to be able to find your information to find out if it's ready to go. And so I can sort by stages, I can sort by review. This has been the quick tour of the actual software itself. I should mention that when you are in a return, if you do want to get a copy of it, this is the way to print it. I said you could print it like that to take a look at it. Once it comes up in that PDF format, you do have the ability, like any PDF document down here, just to be able to go out and actually print a physical copy if you want to have a piece of paper to look at. So this has been a quick tour of the TaxWise software.